What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Dragon Ball Legends video on Dragon Ball Central. Today, we're going to be talking about the hyperdimensional co-op versus Broly and how you can farm this out to get the most exchange points possible. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, guys, as you can see, I have 261 of the exchange points. Now, it is worth mentioning that obviously isn't even close to enough to get all that you'd want out of this shop. It's pretty expensive to get a lot of these things, including the multi-Z power, which is extremely valuable. So, with that said, this is going to be something that you're going to want to take advantage of over time, and probably not something you're going to be able to do all in one day. But I do have some tips and tricks as to how you can maximize your return of these coins. So, with that said, first and foremost, getting these pizzas is a very good idea. That's what you're going to be using right now to go ahead and max out the levels of your characters if you don't already know. Zenkai souls are going to be something that probably are going to be more and more relevant as time goes on, but for right now, unless you're going ahead and doing it to Beerus or Blue Broly or the original Red Super Saiyan Goku, you probably don't need to worry too much about that. So what you're probably going to be looking towards is either the multi-Z power, which you're probably not going to be going for right away, or to just level things up, because right now the level cap obviously went from 3,000 to 5,000. You want to level everything up, so get those pizzas if you can. So with that said, that's going to be 300 of those coins every single slot where you're going to get 10 pizzas from it, okay? And that's an infinite thing. You can get as many as you want. So how are you going to be getting these coins? Well, obviously on a daily basis, you want to go ahead and knock out the 3 limited time rewards you're going to get as a bonus reward, okay? So that's going to guarantee you at least 100, and then a bonus reward of 20 in addition to the 3 that you're already going to be getting from just normally clearing the stage. Okay, so that's something that's going to be great to do on a daily basis. It's going to add up over time, but if you want it now, which I wouldn't blame you if you did, there are a few other things you can do. First and foremost, the challenges. You're going to see there's 100 for this challenge for the advanced stage. You go to intermediate, you scroll on down, there's another 100 for intermediate, and then there is going to be yet another 100 for beginners. So it's worth it to go ahead and knock all of these out, because it's very easy, at least for the beginner and the intermediate ones, for most people to do this. So just go ahead, use whatever team you want to use and complete those challenges. Now, another thing worth mentioning is you can go on over to events. You go to hyperdimensional co-op, and there are a bunch of just milestone rewards. You're going to be getting hundreds, 50s, 30, 20, 20. So if you go ahead and just complete a lot of hyperdimensional co-ops, then you are going to be able to just get them over time. Now, this isn't going to be a quick process unless you're just grinding out those particular missions by doing beginner or intermediate, which can be just like snap of a finger extremely fast. If you have a level 5,000, that's, type advantage, it's going to be immediate almost. So just to show you guys what I'm talking about, we're going to go ahead and do a beginner one real fast, and I'll show you a little bit about what I mean. I've got a level 5,000 Golden Frieza Green, so obviously, not the best as, you can get right now, and obviously not type advantage either, but it is level 5,000, has some really good equips and really good support as well. So you're going to be looking at really high damage, and we're going to go ahead and just ready up. This guy's got 3 Z-ranked equipments and a 10-star, I guess, now, or a 3+ star. I don't know. How are people going to be calling that now? What is that actually officially called? Is it a 3+ star? 3 red stars? I don't know, man. Either way, we should be able to absolutely dominate this. 5 bars of HP, 5 million HP, not going to be a big deal at all. And we should be able to do an absolute crap ton of damage very quickly and easily. Look at that. Boom. Just about done already, and that is going to be the game. GG's finished. Done. So, theoretically, if you wanted to, you could knock these out extremely quickly. It would not be that difficult to just go ahead and absolutely destroy every single time with the beginner stage in particular. You're still going to be getting those 3 points every single time. So, again, theoretically, if you wanted to knock out all the missions, all the challenges, all the achievements, things like that, it's not going to be, hard to do that. It's just going to be somewhat tedious and time-consuming. And you're not going to get much else other than, leveled up characters out of it. So you probably want to stick to going ahead and just doing the advanced one on a daily basis 3 times. And then, focus on knocking out the challenges as well. And I just want to show off a little bit here, because I was actually able to knock out an advanced earlier very quickly with 2 green. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we got a green 4452, so not maxed out, but it still has a really high power level on that Broly. So this guy looks like he has a solid lineup, solid team. And we should be able to knock out this advanced battle relatively quickly. So if you do have a friend that you can play with that does have a green character at level 5000 that's pretty decent, then definitely is also worth looking into, because you're going to be doing just a ton of damage. It's going to be just a ridiculous amount, guys. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just immediately destroy that shield, literally immediately, you know, very, very, very quick. And we'll just do all the damage that we can. Look at that. Combo down to 15 bars already, and we're just going to keep doing tons of damage. It's ridiculous. 14 bars. Yeah. So it's not going to take you much time at all if you do have a decently leveled up team. You don't need, you know, the latest, greatest units as I'm showing you right now. You know, obviously, Golden Frieza is still pretty good, but is Golden Frieza one of the latest, greatest? Maybe not. You know, maybe you wouldn't consider him that. I think I have a decent amount of stars on him. I'm up to 8 stars, or whatever you'd consider that equivalent. So, you know, your mileage may vary a little bit depending on how many stars you do have on the character you decide to use, but I will say that it's probably going to go pretty well. Let's go ahead and Rising Rush real quick. I feel like knocking that out. And we'll go for the blast, and this should be a lot of damage. Once we break that. Please break. Oh, it didn't break. Okay, success. Do we break with the first hit? We do. Okay, good. It's still going to do a little bit of damage. 3 million, so broke through the shield. That kind of sucks that it had to break through the shield, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and combo off. Buddy's going to Rising Rush there. Sweet. That's going to be a ton of damage. We'll go in for the special. Over 1 million damage. So, yeah, it's not going to be as instant as Beginner is going to be, obviously, but it's still going to be very quick compared to what you may expect if you're using a non-type advantaged team, right? Boom. Damage. Gonna burst. That's fine. We're going to get hit with that special. Just a tiny bit. Not a big deal at all. Swipe. I don't know what's going on with the swipe function. It just doesn't seem to be working quite right. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Our buddy dodged. Perfect. And after this final shield, we should be able to just knock it out of the park. Damage. Shield down. Good deal. And our buddy's special goes off. 1 million damage. Look at that, man. From 5 bars down to 3. Heck yeah. Okay, we might not be able to kill before the shield goes away. Or it comes back into play, I mean. Yeah, so 1.6 million. We may end up getting hit real quick here with a Rising Rush, but that won't be actually a big deal at all. I will not be at all concerned. Let's go ahead and break this shield real fast. Boom. Just because we popped him while he was going for it. Nice. Alright, I did want to dodge that, but that's okay. Rising Rush going down, and that should be the kill. We should break through before we actually get to the Rising Rush damage portion. A success. Okay. And wow, that was actually pathetic. Okay, so I guess it doesn't actually take into account really much of anything. Never mind, that's gonna be the kill. Doesn't really take into account much of anything. Oh, it's not gonna be the kill. Are you serious? Either way, anything that that happens during the shield, it's reduced damage. So we're gonna go ahead and perfect for the finish. Not bad. So this is not even the perfect scenario for this type of situation. It is good to have the type advantage, but the guy was only 4453 on level, so not maxed out 5000, and you're going to be looking at much faster clear times, you know, the newer and better and more powerful in general the unit is. We're going to go ahead and grab 4, a whopping 4 dual coins from that one, so we're really making progress fast now, boys. But yeah, so it's going to be a gradual thing pretty much no matter what, but you can do a few things right now, knock it out right now, get some pizzas, and really start throwing those into your teams and get things leveled up for PvP and things like that. Additionally, guys, I just wanted to, before we end off the video, shout you guys out a little bit because we are absolutely knocking it out of the park right now. top 5,000 in the coop. Thank you guys so much for joining up. We had it fill up literally like an hour and a half after I started up the guild. So thank you guys very much for showing your support there, dropping in, saying hi. Obviously, you know, we are going to be rotating people based on activity. So, you know, if a day goes by and someone's like not gone ahead and done anything to contribute points to the guild, maybe we rotate them out. But so far so good. You know, we're doing pretty decent at the moment and making some solid progress on that leaderboard. So, you know, we'll give it some time, rotate people in and out. So if you do want to join up with us, make sure you keep on trying, because, you know, we are filled up at the moment, but we are going to be rotating people. One other thing I wanted to talk about before we went ahead and ended off today's video, guys, is Zenkai awakening, Zenkai boosting, and generally what these additional 7 red stars mean in general for the game. So first and foremost, this is the biggest thing that you're going to need to understand to really understand the impact of, you know, this entire update and what it's going to do to the game. So first off, we see before the update, obviously you have 5% on 1-star, 5% 2-star, 5% 4-star, 5% 6-star, for a total of 20% additional stats all around just from those stars. Okay, so once you get to 6-star, that's going to be it. Okay, and that happens at 5,000 Z power in the old system. The new system is very, very different, and it sort of spreads out the status ups a little bit, and then adds status ups as well. Okay, adds percentages, because before we cap out at about 20%, exactly 20%. Okay, then the new system stays the same all the way up until 1900. 1900, it becomes a little bit different. We get an additional 2%. And then at 3,000, we get to 7 stars now and 3%. And Zenkai Awakening also happens at that point. Now, we only have 3 characters. If we go show them right now, that's going to be Super Saiyan Goku, LSSJ, Broly, and God of Destruction Beerus, which God of Destruction Beerus is a curious example. He's going to be absolutely busted. If anybody can go ahead and Zenkai Awaken him, he's going to be ridiculously powerful. And it's worth mentioning the other 2 are also very powerful with their abilities and the new additional status ups they're going to be getting. The problem is the impact this is going to have in the future for just uber whales that just spend a ton of money on the game. So you move on past 7 stars like you normally would. Your 20% is already going to be done. The normal 20% you originally got is already totally taken care of by the time you get to 3,000 Z power. Okay, by pulling a sparking 5 times, a normal sparking 5 times, you're going to be getting the 7-star bonus worth of status ups. Okay, not worth of Z ability upgrades, but of status ups. Moving on, you have an additional 8%, 10%, 14, 16%. Okay, so there's an additional 16% on top of the 20% there already was that you get just by going up to the 7+ stars, the 7 red stars, whatever you want to call them. And then once you get to the 7th red star, which is the original 7-star that we had at 9999 Z power, that's going to give you the 4th Z ability like it used to. Okay, so 9999 Z power is still going to be what gives you that eventual final 4th Z ability upgrade, but you are getting an additional 16% of just pure stat bonuses from getting up to that 6-star mark at 9,000 Z power. So man, it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. 36% that separates you from just your base Z power when you just first get the unit to the maximum Z power at 9,000. That's too much in my opinion. It's too much. You know, I would have seen 30% and gone, yeah, that's probably too much, but I can understand it more than 36%. Just going farther above and making it so the whales have even more of an advantage than they already did, you know, where you can barely even compete. You know, a 1/3 extra damage, like, you can't overstate how significant that actually is, I don't think. You know, some people are saying, like, it's the end of the game and this is it, you know, it's going to be over after this. I don't think that's necessarily true, but I think that they need to dial this in quite a bit. Maybe down to, like, 25 to 28%. You know, I'd feel a little bit better about that, even though, again, you know, having that significant of a percentage at any degree is going to be a little bit ridiculous and just encourage more people to whale out on the game and ruin it for people that are maybe just trying to pull one copy of a 1% or a 0.25% character that they really like from the series. So it is a bit of a bummer that they did choose to go this way. I think they could have done this a lot better. It is going to help out some people, particularly people that rely on like Legends Road characters or just your Rising Battle free-to-plays. And those are going to be actually very good, and the one thing that free-to-plays are going to actually really take an advantage with this particular update, because they're just getting an extra 16% stat buff for free. That's it. Like, there's nothing else to talk about there. Once you get them up to 99.99, you know, you are getting that extra 16%, even if you did it beforehand. So I'm talking about Fury Broly, I'm talking about base form Vegito, and others, you know what I mean? That's going to be a really good example of a free-to-play character that's going to take full advantage of this update. And it's not going to happen often, and Legends Road characters aren't going to be at 7 stars for a long time. And I mean, the true 7 stars, 99.99 Z power, takes a long time to do that, but it is going to be possible, and it is going to favor free-to-play players. So it is worth mentioning that that is a positive in this big cesspool of negatives. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be about it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it was actually really nice to be back yesterday. Thanks for all the kind words in the comments. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and it's unfortunate that the game had to get greedy when it did, and the game had to get a little stale for me personally when it did, because it all kind of stacked up and I just wanted to stop making videos for a while. And it's kind of unfortunate that coming back to it, it's kind of like there are some really good things that happen, but also some not so good things. And I'm hoping that they sort of dialed down the not so good parts of this update, because most of it was really good. You know, co-op was awesome. Guilds are awesome. The whole guild wars, the point battle thing, you know, that's really cool. I think it's awesome that they went ahead and did that, and I think it's going to be really fun moving forward, you know, going ahead and seeing what they do with that particular function in the game. You know, more social features are never a bad thing in PvP based games like this. But that's about all I have for today. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.